The holidays are coming up and I'm not big into baking cookies and or eating them. However, there are some I actually quite like. They are called cinnamon star cookies, and I think they are more of a German thing. So I decided to bake some and why not make a video about it as well. I set up the camera and light, portioned out the ingredients and got ready to start, when my fiancée walked in and asked if she could help. Sure, I said, and I was swiftly demoted to camera operator. Maybe that was the plan all along. Save some work. So what do you need to make about 2 trays of cookies? You need 450 grams, that's 15.9 ounces of ground almonds, 300 grams or 10.6 ounces of powdered sugar, 4 egg whites, a pinch of salt, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, zest of a lemon, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, or however much you like. The first step is to add the egg whites into a bowl, and then add a pinch of salt, and then beat them until they're very stiff. Next, slowly add the powdered sugar and keep stirring. You might need 3 hands to do this. Also, you might want to sift the powdered sugar to make sure it's free of clumps. Since it is so hygroscopic, it tends to get, lumpy. After it is well stirred and the bowl looks like a Jackson Pollock piece, take about 4 tablespoons away and put it aside for later. Then add the zest of a lemon. Or do it the other way around, if you forgot, like me. Add the 2 teaspoons of cinnamon and stir to combine. Then, bit by bit, stir in the ground almonds. Once you've added them all, just use your hands to combine it all, and you should be left with a soft, slightly sticky cookie dough. Next, sprinkle some ground almonds on your working surface. And roll out the dough to a thickness of about half a centimeter, that's like 5/8 of an inch, I guess. Then it's cookie cutter time. Take a small star cookie cutter and cut out the dough. Use something like a small palette knife to move the star onto a baking tray, which is lined with slightly oiled baking paper. Then use the icing we put aside to ice those cookies. This is a 2-people job. One cuts the cookies and one smears the icing on top. The best way I've found is to use a knife to gently smear the icing on the cookies. I totally forgot to film this, but here we are. Perfectly iced cookies. Next, preheat the oven to about 160 degrees Celsius, that's 320 degrees Fahrenheit. Bake the cookies for about 20 minutes. The next step is vital. Make sure to be the first one in the kitchen. Take the tray out of the oven and immediately stuff a hot cookie in your mouth before your fiancé notices. Regret that decision. Then, while your fiancé loads the now cool cookies into a box, try to steal some. While you contemplate your mistakes, you might want to add a slice of apple into the cookie box to keep the cookies fresh for a longer time. Well, I hope you enjoyed this absolute no-nonsense approach to my favorite cookies, and maybe I'll see you next time if you want to hear another tale.